Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in this global economy. Today is Sunday, October 16th. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon, and I just came off a 2-mile run for my accountability this morning with the Philly Aids Walk and a 20-mile bike race yesterday with Philly Bike ride? Yeah, the Philly Bike Ride Coalition. That was fun. That was fun. This was my rest week because the next 3 weeks, I got to get it in. I'm laughing because it's going to be hard. Next Sunday's race is 7 miles. When I mean race internally, it's practice. 7 miles, 8 miles, and then 9 miles the week after. And then we have the official race. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's start with accountability. I want to do accountability before I give you the information. And the information this week is a decision. We're going to decide between a 529 plan or a Roth IRA. And I'm going to tell you, I did not make the decision I should have made. I made a less than optimal decision. And I think I just did what I know. And that's why we have to read and constantly learn new information so that we can make better decisions. So I'll start with accountability on my wealth building journey. I got my little book. It's called Enjoy Your Now. So I write everything down so I can keep the momentum. And then I'm going to read it so I know how far I've come. This week, we closed 2 zero-interest credit cards. They were offering 0% for 15 months to kind of tie you into using the card. And that's why I needed discipline so I could make sure they didn't rope me in so I could cancel them after that promotion expired. The promotion expired, and before the promotion expired, I started looking for other cards to replace the 2 cards that I was going to get rid of. And I wound up replacing them with 3 new cards with higher credit limits. So I'm really excited. 2 of the accounts are 0 interest, and 1 is a net 90 for purchases on Amazon. So I'm really excited about that because now I have more tools in which to use as leverage. So basically, I have more cash, and it'll only be good cash if I use it to make even better cash. So that's the plan for 2023. But none of this will matter if I don't better manage my money. So in my last video, I talked about I had an overdraft fee, I got a ticket. I just sensed bad habits were coming back. And when those come back, it tells me I need to implement processes and systems. So I started thinking about it. The plan from the last video was to put everything on the credit cards. I actually tried that. And Pico and the water company were like, no, we want the money from your bank account. So now I have to take one of my bank accounts and make it an operating account, which means that money will just go in there to pay expenses. Then it will zero out after everything is paid. And then I have to put new money in there. So that's the process. I have to make sure I set up a system to transfer money into this account. But this account will pay Pico, will pay the water bill, and will pay my homeowner's insurance. So those 3 accounts will come out of this. Now, this account also has a line of credit. So if I'm ever out of money, the line of credit will pay it. Yeah, because things happen. You lose your job, somebody doesn't pay on a contract, and I want to make sure that those bills will always get paid. Now, the other 2 accounts I wanted to use were my cell phone and my internet access. Those are fine. Those can go on a business credit card, and then I can pay the business credit card off every month. So now I have systems to actually manage the money. And if I get managing this amount of money right, hopefully, inshallah, I'll be blessed with more money to manage. And that's why I have to make sure I have systems in place no matter how much money I have. So now, that's my accountability. Now let's talk about how I messed up. And all of it is lesson learned. All of it's lesson learned. When I had my children, I opened up 529 plans with my MBA. Now, if you talk to most financial advisors, they tell you don't open a 529 plan. But I did it because I was scared of the price of college. College keeps going up because there's no incentive for colleges to lower their prices. Colleges are going up because we pay for them. And if I really think about it, I don't even understand how we say yes to a college without knowing the price. In what environment would we do that for normally? But I must say colleges have great marketing. They have great marketing because they get us to commit 4 years without knowing the price. I think between my freshman and my sophomore year, tuition went up 30%. 30%. So we were struggling. But, it doesn't matter because we found a way to pay it. And I'm like that even now. We just find a way to pay it. What I can say is that wasn't the best decision. So now I make these videos to make sure you don't make the decisions I make. Because low-income people are told to get 529 plans. Financial advisors tell their clients to set up Roth IRAs for their children. So I'm going to read what Buy This, Not That by Stan Dojan says. He wrote this on page 99. The ultimate no-brainer. Open a Roth IRA for your children. Most people only think of IRAs in relation to their own retirement. However, if you have children, opening a custodial Roth IRA for your kids is extremely valuable. Not only will you encourage your kids to build a strong work ethic early, but you will also teach them about the power of investing in a tax-efficient manner. And since the IRS allows early withdrawals for qualified expenses like education and the first-time purchase of a home, their Roth IRA can help them financially well before their traditional retirement years. Ultimately, your children will thank you for making them work and open a Roth IRA while they were young. If you own a small business, and I think that everybody should own a small business, you can hire your children for a reasonable wage. The money you pay them is a business deduction, which reduces the business's taxable income. Meanwhile, the money you contribute to their Roth IRA gets to go in tax-free if their income is less than the standard deduction or at a low tax rate, then compound tax-free. But let me be clear, your child has to be doing actual work for your business and be treated like any other employee or freelancer. Your child also needs to be earning a reasonable wage. You cannot pay them $1,000 an hour to organize your home office. If you don't have a small business, you can encourage your kids to mow your neighbor's lawn, wash cars, work at a minimum wage job at the mall, or whatever to earn money from someone else. They can save the money they earn and invest in a Roth IRA. If a person started contributing $6,000 every year starting at age 16, and by age 26 they would have about $100,000 in their Roth IRA, assuming an 8% compound rate of return. Not bad at all. Another benefit is that money contributed to the Roth IRA can be withdrawn at any time and used for anything. So if your child wants to use the money they earn to buy their first car, which is also a business, or take an international trip with college friends, a Roth IRA can help them pay these expenses. I would have made a different decision. I would have not opened that 529 plan because when I needed the money 16 years later, the rate of return was terrible. It wasn't even double, and it should have at least doubled. But by average, it should have gone up 150%. Now, it worked out because community college gave us a 70% discount because my child was starting college before they finished high school. But I also learned that that wasn't the best decision I could have made. And that's why I make these videos, so I can empower my community to make better decisions and open those Roth IRAs and start their small business so they can start saving. Now, it's easy to show our children how to save if we're saving. And I did not save for me. I saved for them. What I did was buy a house for me so that I didn't have to save, because I consider a house a savings. So I'm hoping this video was a benefit and that you make a better decision and just invest that money in a halal fund, because I find it's a great time to be Muslim. So the halal fund we use is Saturna Capital. Saturna Capital manages 4 Amana funds. I think the one we use the most is the growth, but they have an index fund too. But that's not the only halal fund that's out there. There's the Sharia index put out by the Dow Jones. There's the Iman Fund, and Wealth Simple trades on Sharia compliant ETFs and on gold. The other company I thought about using was Wahid Invest, and I will add all of these links in the description to this video. So we have the power to empower our children to save and invest Islamically. So this is a no-brainer. And this was not the information I had when I started my children's funds in 2003. So maybe 2 years from now, I'll update this, or a year from now and put another video out there. But this is something we can do right now to empower the next generation. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to another Self-Care Sunday. And please pray for me to get it done. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.